Viewers and subs, welcome back to class. In today's video, guys, we have a long liner run here, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to take care of this. Alright guys, so the first step is to get some tape and tape around the runs. You don't want to sand it without the tape because then you're gonna target other areas and get the burn throughs. So you need a few things. I got this tool cut kit from Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. So some tape, this block with 800, and I'm going to block these down until I flatten down this the edge of the run, because that's the biggest part. And once you get that to flatten out, you can go ahead and use a razor blade or the fest tool if you have one. I prefer the razor blade because it works a lot faster and I feel like you get more cut out of it. Now the fest tool is actually safe, but it's slower, so I'm comfortable with the blade, so that's what I continue to use. Now while you're sanding, the tape is gonna get ripped, so you might have to take it off just like I do here. But once you knock it down just a little bit, it becomes a lot easier to sand. So just keep focus in that little area where you have the big part of the run, and don't go targeting everywhere because you will get a burn through. Now, just because the tape gets ripped doesn't mean that you can't reapply the tape and sand again like I'm doing it here, but you're not going to be able to keep it on the whole time. So I'd say target the bigger part of the run, and then once you get comfortable, you can remove the tape and work a little bit more free. Alright guys, now that we got the hard part done, now it's time for the easier part. Not super easy, but a lot easier, right? So now we can use the blade or the fest tool that's really gonna cut that run to where it's gone completely without burning it, because it's just gonna target exactly where the run is. And now I'm using a razor blade. This is a brand new blade. Always use a brand new blade to cut runs. This is gonna make your life a lot easier. Now the fest tool is safe, but the blade is better to me. Now use whatever is comfortable for you. So all you gotta do is hold it at an angle and it'll flatten out eventually. Now this part there where you see that little white is a little bit high, so I blocked it a little bit more and then I continue to use the razor blade. See, I get a lot of clear coat off of that just with the razor blade, and that's in a split second. Now you see those are the areas that looks low. Those spots are low because the surrounding area is still a little high. So you want to keep on shaving it down till it looks like this area. You want to see consistency. Now if you have to blot down a little more spots like I'm doing here, go ahead and do so. And once you're finished blocking it down or blading it down or using your fest tool, you get some 2000 on your sandpaper, on your DA, and you sand it down. Try to remove all those cracks. Now it's refining time for the buffing, right? So once you're done with the 2000, you go ahead and start with 3000. You can go all the way up to 8000 if you want to, but I promise you, you don't have to go above 3000. And once you're done sanding, just go ahead and clean it up and start to buff. And there you have it, guys. With a good teacher like myself, the right tools, and some patience, you can fix 99% of your runs. Now, the one that I was most concerned with was on the edge there, and I got rid of it. I was happy. I noticed now that there's one small one underneath the door handle. I've fixed that in the same manner that I fixed the rest. And I also noticed a few dull spots, so I switched to the bigger buffer. And make sure you go to step number 1, which is the compound, then step number 2, polish, step number 3, soil remover. So runs usually happens when you're a newbie or even an experienced painter, but mostly when you're a newbie and don't know what you're doing. So as long as you know how to fix the problem, it's okay. So I wish you guys a very nice day. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Class dismissed.